Hi, this is Zach. I'm here to talk about my trip to Haiti over the past week. When we got there, the heat was probably the most prevalent thing that we noticed. It was about 100 degrees. Humidity was up towards 100%. So a friend of mine had a heat stroke within the first day, and it was definitely hard to deal with. We did take a tour of the city within our first day, and for the most part, what we saw was pretty similar to just destroyed houses, and probably every city block you'd see about 5 or 6 houses that had completely fallen down. For the most part, we didn't see a lot of people cleaning up, aside from some trash in the streets, but more than less, there weren't very many bulldozers or anyone cleaning up actual cement. For the most part, the people were still inside the buildings, and the first day we did see some trucks cleaning stuff up, but much past that there wasn't anything. People are residing right now within the tent cities, and once the hurricane season comes and the rain starts coming down, the tent cities really aren't going to be enough. The tents will either wash away or all the people's belongings will wash out underneath them. And our primary focus when we were there was bringing food, water, medical supplies to individual tent cities or to orphanages. We did do a round of vaccines at an orphanage to probably about 160 kids. Most of the stuff is completely donated, so there's not a lot of overhead costs. But we do spend money to be down there, to be staying at the hotel that we stayed at, and as well as to get food for some of the tent cities and stuff like that. Everything is strictly donation basis, and we did get a lot of stuff that was given to us. But for the most part, we did just a lot of transfer of patients. We have a small van that we use for an ambulance, and we focused on that primarily all day. So if we got a call, we'd go out and we'd do that. And it was about 7 in the morning to 2 in the morning. That was the average work day, and it stayed hot all day, and there were a lot of mosquitoes. Sometimes what's happening now is that the Army's doing food drops in the middle of the city, which doesn't leave a lot of room at all for people to move out of the city so that they could begin rebuilding. So that was one of the things that we were tasked to do, is try to move the food drops out of the city. But so far that hasn't happened. The organization is called Global DIRT, and that stands for Disaster Immediate Response Team. It was started about 5 years ago by one of my friends, Adam, who I worked with previously, and one of his friends, Rob, who we call Sully, but they met together in the Marines, and they started the organization to help people that couldn't necessarily help themselves under those sort of means. So third world countries or post-disaster countries, but they didn't really get to put that into practice up until really Haiti. And they went down about 3 or 4 days after the earthquake, and they're planning on staying through. The timeline right now is for about another 6 to 8 months, but I imagine we'll probably go after that. We have a doctor that's down there now that's is a full-time volunteer, and she's the one that's primarily in charge of anything medical that happens aside from transfers. But aside from that, it's primarily the 3 of them that are down there right now. There are some 3 or 4 Haitians that are employed by them now to do security, to do driving and interpreting, which has helped out a lot. But they're always taking volunteers in if people want to go down, like myself or the friend that I went down with. That's always an option as well. And it's really, it's a great organization, but the amount of donations that has been received up to this point hasn't been a whole lot. But we are working to get more food down, more water down. We were given about 10,000 pounds of space on a schooner that's leaving Key West within the next couple of weeks, so we hope to get some stuff on there. And there's also, plenty of opportunities aside from that for fundraising and other stuff.